Interesting, the Dangote group is one very huge industrial behemoth in Nigeria. So to find the Dangote group at the Intra-Africa Trade Fair means there must be something here.
Frankly, I think the Dangote group is now becoming a pan-African industrial behemoth. Because apart from what we have done in Nigeria over the years, we now have specific investments in at least 10 countries and footsteps in probably half a dozen other countries. So we are, if you like, moving all over Africa. And it is indeed our desire and anticipation that in the 3 years we should be virtually in all regions of Africa.
Well, when you say the Dangote group wants to be in every part of Africa, what part of the business are you looking at to spread across Africa?
Oh, we are, as you know, we are a conglomerate. And wherever we have any of our business subsidiaries having opportunities in the country, we go there. So for instance, we have cement where we have cement opportunities. We have fertilizer where we have fertilizer opportunities. We have sugar where we have opportunities. And even other foods that may come up going forward. Our goal and our desire is to identify particularly key products that we need in Africa that we are currently importing and invest in those products to make Nigeria and Africa as self-sufficient as we possibly can. We are investing about $2.5 billion in new fertilizer plants. And certainly Ethiopia is going to be one of the major locations for those. But we're also looking at other countries in Africa. Apart from urea, we want to go into other forms of fertilizer like phosphate fertilizer. And there are countries where we can see opportunities because they have deposits of phosphate and so on. Our hope is that we'll be able to produce a suite of fertilizers that will make every farmer self-sufficient or will provide the complete requirement of fertilizer for all sorts of farming operations. In most cases, there are always challenges. There are always great challenges, and exchange rate fluctuations and
inflation,
payment arrangements because you are paying in and buying in different currencies has always been a major challenge. But you know, where there is a will, there's a way. We see these challenges as part of things we have to accommodate, we have to plan for. But at the same time, we are also working with other stakeholders, with the various governments in the continent to see that some of these challenges are ameliorated. Challenges that have to do with, you know, differentiated policies and regulations that I think the AfCFTA, the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, has been set up to try and resolve. Challenges that I hope through things like the Intra-African Trade Fair, we will begin to see the need to, even at the country level and at the continental level, to remove those challenges so that Africans can trade more with each other. You know, it is obviously a shame that Africa trades with everybody else but themselves. And intra-African trade today is still less than 15% of total Africa's trade. That is not acceptable. And our goal as in the group is to try and reduce and improve that significantly. If you go to Asia, they're talking about 60%. If you go to Europe, it's almost 70%. So clearly, there's no way that Africa continue to trade with others and not with its own partners and brothers. The world consumes mostly manufactured goods, right? So total global trade is about 60 to 70% in manufactured products. So if you're not in that sector, if you're not manufacturing, you're not participating in that 60 to 70%. So the only way any country can participate meaningfully in manufacturing, in global trade, and obviously benefit from that global trade, is to go into manufacturing. So clearly, Africa has an urgent need to expand and scale up its manufacturing
Industrial
significantly
base.
and industrialization significantly.